Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. So I did previously film this whole video once before, but I missed out a crucial part that I wanted to bring up in that video. And that is, I want to show you this picture, guys, and I want you to vote down below or comment down below and let me know if you think that this is cute or whether this is really scary and nightmare fuel. And this is Pork Chop. I was shown this picture from Ariel from Reading and Whatnot because we were talking about this, and she told me that her dog had a soft toy called Pork Chop, and I thought that it was an actual pork chop. And she showed me this picture, and I said to her that it is the most terrifying thing ever. I mean, I told her that there's a demon somewhere in hell right now that really wants to possess that toy. So please just comment down below, just out of interest to me, and let me know if you think that this toy or puppet or whatever is adorable and cute, or whether it's going to haunt your nightmares tonight. But with all that out of the way, let's get straight to the reason why we are hopefully all here. And this is going to be my May wrap-up video. As always, I have a list of all the books I have read in May, and I had a kind of a mixed bag in May. I read some interesting books, but some not interesting books. But I'll get to that, as this video goes on. So yeah, let's just get started, shall we? So the first book that I read was Doing Harm by Kelly Parsons. I did this as a buddy read in collaboration with Ariel from Reading and Whatnot. I have a whole video which I will link down below. And this is a medical suspense thriller novel where a junior doctor who is aspiring to be a professor at the hospital that he's working at discovers that there is a psychopathic killer murdering patients in the hospital, and he has to go and have like a cat and mouse chase and try to stop this from actually happening. This was a really well written book. It really was. I believe that this was Kelly's first novel that he ever wrote, which is really cool. But the characters and the plot were really flat, and it was very predictable, and it was just simply a okay novel. And I rated Doing Harm a 2.5 stars out of 5. Next is one that I was supposed to read with Rose from Rose K Reads, but life got in the way and it stopped us from doing that. But I'm still planning to do a buddy read in collaboration with this book, so no worries there. And that is the second novel in the Bobbyverse series, which is called For We Are Many. We did a buddy read in collaboration on the first novel, which is We Are Legion, We Are Bob, which I really, it was an experience. It was kind of a mixed bag for me, but it was an interesting book. So I was really excited to read this book. I have tried to attempt to read it twice, but life got in the way for both occasions. But that's okay. I am still going to be reading all of the Bobbyverse series books with Rose, as it's something that we've agreed to do and that we want to do. But yeah, I'm excited to get to that one whenever I have time, or me and Rose have time rather. Next is a book that is called Talindors Guest by Chaz Emmy. He's got a whole, he's a booktuber. He's got a whole channel as well. I had this one on my Kindle, or I've got this one on my Kindle rather. And because I am a friend of Chaz, and I asked him, look, I've got it on my Kindle and I was planning to read it in May. Would he like to send me a clip, and I'll go all in and do like an special author video for it. And he sent me a clip, he sent me a picture. I'm all ready to go for it, but I just simply ran out of time to read this book. It is a fantasy book, all about a dragon that reads books, which is kind of strange because aren't dragons supposed to have little arms? I mean, how are they supposed to hold? Yeah, I mean, hold the book. I don't know. But I simply ran out of room or time to read this in May. I do not know whether I will be reading this one in June because I am going to be a mood reader in June and I can't plan any reads. If I can get to this one in June, that's great, but I will get to this one as soon as I can. Next I read is Digest by Evan Witmer. This was a novel that Evan specifically sent me. He sent me a physical copy of his novel for a honest review, and I told him about it. I tell all authors this that want me to review their novels on my channel. I knew that the subject matter was a bit morbid, or very morbid, as this is a short story collection from 10 cannibals, and where they write all their short stories in it. They are all horrifying. They all have, I think most of them, apart from 2 or 3, have trigger warnings, and they all range from different qualities. Like most of them are average stories, but there are a few hidden gems here and there. But it was a really, really interesting read, I'll say that. But overall, I have rated that book a 3 stars out of 5. I haven't done a video on Digest yet, but it's on my radar. I might do it tomorrow, but again, it depends on if I have time. So, yeah, I'm excited to actually do that one. I do have a special clip from Evan himself, and which I will put into my review of Digest. So that will be a really, really fun video. Next, I was supposed to read Red Queen by Christina Henry, and I was supposed to do this with B from B Reading. This is book 2 in the Alice series, and because me and B are going to be reading the whole of the trilogy together. But she knows how hectic my reading has been this month because I've been back to work and it has reduced the amount of hours and time I can read. So we've kind of put this one on the side for a little bit, and we will get to this one when we have time. I don't know, in June, maybe in June, I'm not sure, but I'm extremely excited to read Red Queen as I enjoyed Alice so much, and so did B. Next is one I'm currently reading right now, and that is Before They Are Hanged by Joe Abercrombie. This is book 2 in his First Law trilogy. I am doing this as a buddy read and collaboration with Gabby from Gabby's Arcanum, and we are going through this one slowly, about 1 or 2 chapters every single day, and we are taking our time with this book. I am really enjoying this book so much. We did a whole video on the first book, which I will put a picture up here, and a link will be down below to that video. It was an extremely fun video to make, and it was a very fun and interesting book. This one kind of takes what Blade itself brought to the table, wraps it up in a plot, although loosely plot-based, but it does have a plot. And the characters in this are so good. This book continues to be a character-driven story, mostly, with a loose plot. But oh my god, this book is so good. It is so much better than the first one. Apologies if you like the first one over this one, but this one, beautiful. This one is so good. I'm really enjoying this book. It is, I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but the ending, if the ending isn't good, then I will be disappointed. But this one is so good, and both me and Gabby are really enjoying this, and we are also going to be reading the third book in the trilogy whenever we have time. This one will be bleeding into Moody June, which is a month that I'm going to be a mood reader, but it doesn't matter because we still want to read the book together. So I'm extremely excited to finish this book. Next one I read was one I wasn't anticipating to finish, at all in May, and that is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. This is the novel that Blade Runner is actually based on. This book I haven't done a video on, and I'm not anticipating to do a video on, purely because I have no idea what I'm gonna say in the video. I mean, if you guys want me to do a video review on this book, let me know down below. And if I have loads of people commenting that they wanted me to do a video on it, then I will do my best. But as far as I'm aware, this is based on Earth, where they have just recovered from a war, and there's all this poisonous ash or mist or whatever, or dust rather, and everyone on the planet has emigrated, and in exchange for doing that, they have been given a free android or robot. They are bounty hunters that are going around hunting and killing these androids, which they are paid to do. That's their job. And one of them is called Rick Deckard. And animals are highly sought out on the surface of Earth, whether they are real animals, which are extremely rare. It's a very high. I mean, if you have a real animal, regardless about what it is, you are regarded very highly in the community. If you have a android animal, you are kind of high in the status of this world, but people try to hide the fact that their animal is a machine. So I wasn't quite sure about what to make of this story. The writing was a bit dry, but I enjoyed it. I appreciated it for what it was, and I appreciate that this is a retro classic science fiction novel. I will be giving this one a reread because I want to absorb the story more, but I am going to give this book a 2.5 stars out of 5. I did also read a couple of extra stuff as well that I wasn't anticipating to read at all in May, and they are the graphic novel for Civil War. This is obviously based on the third Captain America movie, called Civil War as well. And it's more or less the same thing. The movie is more focused, and the novel, the graphic novel is, but it is very chaotic, and it doesn't really have a linear storyline. It's just, all bets are off basically. But it is a really fun read. The art style was really cool, and I enjoyed it. It was a really, really fun experience. I haven't done a video on this yet. In fact, after this I will be making a video on it. But I gave Civil War a 5 stars out of 5. I give it full marks because yes, it wasn't perfect, but I didn't really want to nitpick to actually find something that I didn't like to try to get the rating down. So yeah, 4 marks for Civil War. And the last thing I read was Field of Fiends by Nicholas Gray, aka Spooky Noodles. I read this one because Gabby was behind with Before They Are Hanged, and I didn't want to bring a physical book out with me because I was going to work on that day, and it was raining in, and I didn't want to take a physical book with me because water and paper, bad combination. So I brought my Kindle with me, and I had Field of Fiends on it. I knew it was extremely short because this is a novella, 30 pages long, or a short story, or whatever you want to refer it to as. I knew this was done by Spooky Noodles, and I'm a massive fan of his channel. I will link him down below, so please check out his channel. His videos may not be as polished as a lot of other channels, but his content, which is the main thing, is really, really interesting, and he is really engaging to watch and listen to. So this one is a horror novel about a group of young kids who go off into a field at night, and they encounter a peed off alien that hunts them down. I haven't done a video on this book yet, but I will be doing it hopefully today because it's really short and hopefully won't take me a long time to actually do. This one was a really fun book to read, although because of its size I didn't get much character development or enough world building rather. but it was a really fun read. Every single page was engaging. I was invested in these characters, and I had fun reading this book so much. Spooky Noodles, or Nicholas, knows I read this book, and I am going to be doing a video on it. He didn't ask me to read this book, but I enjoyed this book, and I gave it a 4 stars out of 5. So that's it, guys. That is my wrap up for May of 2021. Let me know if you have read any of these books, if you enjoyed them, if you didn't enjoy them. Once again, comment down below. Let me know if you want me to do a video review on Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. I am not opposed to doing that. I can't believe I've used the word oppose. But if you want me to do a video on that novel, then I will do so. Not sure what I will say, but if you want me to do it, I will do my best. So if you have enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you are new. If you do subscribe, please click on that bell so it just reminds you about whenever I upload videos, which are every Monday and Friday. I'll also have a link down below to my Goodreads account in case you want to follow me on Goodreads. And lastly, don't forget to comment down below if you find that this is either cute or scary. Just at my own curiosity. And with all that out the way, have a great day, read some awesome books, and I will see you all in my next video.